Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking that link and joining me again today. It is the 2nd of October. Is it the 2nd? I think it's the 2nd. Anyway, so I went totally orange today. I know that's not why you're here, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. That's why my makeup is orange and green and it matches my hair. And the mohawk's back, so yes, it's a good day. So today I wanted to react to a video. I've never done a reaction video. Well, I've tried, but I didn't have the best software to do a react video, so I think I do now, so I'm going to try to do a reaction. Alright, so the video that I'm reacting to is Fat Pride and Fat Acceptance. And I just stumbled across this one today, and I kind of wanted to react to it because I feel like some of these ideas are misleading. That's the word. So let's get into it.
Australia's obesity epidemic is about to get worse.
The country's battle of the bulge. More than 60% of Aussies are obese.
Australia will be in the grip of an obesity epidemic.
We are still putting on weight.
Hi, my name's Kath Reid. I'm a fat activist in Brisbane. I blog at Fat Heffalump, where I've been blogging for about 5 years. And it's my goal to change the way people think about fatness. I always thought I was fat. One of my earliest memories, I was called fat. I've always been called fat, and I believe that the worst thing a person could possibly be was fat.
Wow, I couldn't pause, could I? So in looking at these pictures, I don't think she's fat. She really doesn't look fat to me. So it's just her perception, or somebody was just, you know, maybe she had a couple extra pounds or whatever, and somebody called her fat, like, but I don't think she's, in these pictures, she just looks like your average kid. But let's continue.
Teens and 20s and early 30s, I just battled it in every single way I could. You name the diet, I was on it. You name the weight loss plan, I was on it. I believed that I couldn't do anything in life that was good until I was thin. I couldn't have any form of success, couldn't have a good job, couldn't have a loving relationship, couldn't be happy in any way. So I didn't try. I haven't always been fat. I was actually a regular sized little girl, and when I was 17 I was actually diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Since then, taking insulin and treating my diabetes regularly, I slowly became fatter and fatter. When I began to gain weight, I was a little worried, my mother was a little worried, but as time went on, I became okay.
I just wanted to stop it there and say, I think that picture's really cute. I think she looks very cute in that picture. So, and she's very cute. Her eyes are very striking. So yeah. So who says you can't be beautiful and obese? Not me.
With being fat. Fat acceptance is the radical notion that fat people are human beings and deserve respect.
Really? I don't think anybody's saying that fat people are not people and that they aren't worthy of respect. I don't think anybody's saying that. I don't know where they're getting this from. You know, I mean, I guess somebody said something mean to them. I don't know. Well, let's continue. Maybe she elaborates more on that. But personally, as a fat person, I don't think that anybody's saying that fat people shouldn't live or fat people aren't worthy of respect. Let's continue.
I discovered fat acceptance probably about 6 years ago. I think it was on Twitter that somebody must have retweeted an article As per anything on the internet, you read one and the vortex gets you, and you read the next thing and the next thing. It was kind of like a light bulb went on, and that was when I started to think that perhaps it could apply to me.
Health at Every Size is a movement that is basically just encouraging people to adopt good health behaviors and to forget about weight as a goal or weight change as a goal, and instead just embrace the bodies that we're living in and make good health choices to support them.
Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, you got to deal with the cards you're dealt, and I think people should be trying to make healthier choices. You know, better choices. You know, maybe move a little more, maybe eat a little more, you know, healthy stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I totally agree. You know, you got to deal with the cards you were dealt, and just try to make better choices. Let's continue.
I'm Sarah Harry and I specialise in body image, and I also teach curvy yoga. Fantastic. When I tell people that I'm a yoga teacher, I usually get an interesting reaction.
I would probably give her an interesting reaction. Yup. Just saying.
Sometimes people think that I'm joking, which is funny and a bit awkward, because I think they expect a yoga teacher to be a certain way, very small and lithe and flexible. And I'm very flexible, but I'm not small or lithe.
On the next inhale, come up, bring your hands to your heart.
I think the problem with aligning exercise and weight loss is that then we put a whole lot of pressure on the only benefit for exercise is a way to lose weight, whereas the benefits of exercise are so enormous. So I think we're doing exercise a great disservice in only making it about weight loss.
I agree. I totally agree. I was a little concerned when she almost lost balance. I feel like maybe a yoga instructor shouldn't. But I don't know. I've never done yoga, so I don't know. Maybe that's a common thing. But I totally agree. You know, I don't think that exercise should be specifically about weight loss. I think it should be more about being able to get up and move and longevity. You know, and if you flip that around for a fit person, they're not trying to lose, or, you know, they're not exercising to try and lose weight. They're at their maintenance, and they're using that as a way to, you know, keep their mobility, you know, and hopefully in their later years be mobile and, you know, less prone to falls, and hopefully less prone to falls with better balance and that kind of thing. So yeah, I totally agree that exercise should not be focused specifically on weight loss.
Oh, it looks great.
There are many reasons for why someone might be living in a fat body. For some people, that's just genetics, and they're leading very healthy lifestyles, eating good quantities that are appropriate to nourish their bodies.
Okay, on that, I'm kind of saying bollocks. You know, I mean, unless you have a medical condition or, you know, that prevents you from losing weight, which, I mean, I'm sure there are medical conditions. I believe, you know, being diabetic probably makes it a little harder to lose weight. You know, certain medications also cause you to hold weight, like prednisone, but it's not just the cards you're dealt. I think a lot of people believe that they're just like, oh, I'm big. You know, I could believe that. You know, I know that with my dad struggling with his weight, that I could be like, oh, well, it's just kind of the cards I'm dealt. And I don't agree with that, because if you're overeating, you're gonna, you know, it's calories in, calories out. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. It's not, oh, I'm just big boned. I don't agree. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, cavemen were not 100 pounds overweight. Okay, so we are not actually made to be 100 pounds overweight or more, you know, 600 pounds overweight. That is not healthy. And if you talk to this doctor lady, she would probably agree that if you're 600 pounds overweight, that's a little too much and you're probably not healthy. But continue.
And to try to judge somebody by their weight will give you a lot of misinformation.
One of the main things that I find is that I'm under constant surveillance. You can't go anywhere without being watched by people. That happened before I dyed my hair pink. It happened before I chose to wear bright colours. I used to be what I referred to as a brown sparrow.
That's a brown sparrow. She's wearing like friggin' bright yellow and orange. And obviously it's October. Come on. That's pretty bright colors too. You felt like you were being watched. I know what it is to be watched. And she looks pretty normal to me. Honestly, I don't think I would give her a second glance, except I will probably in my mind commiserate with her and go, oh, look, she's got pink hair. Look, we match. My hair is green, her hair is pink. Oh, cool. But other than that, I don't think I would give her a second glance. I think she looks pretty average, honestly. So I don't know what she's talking about being watched. I mean, maybe it's different in Australia or something.
Wear dark colours, not wear anything that was visible. It was before I had tattoos, and people would kind of, even then, still sort of make a comment about the fatty, you know.
People judge me for my weight all the time. I go out in public, people will give my husband and I looks.
Is that all they're doing? I mean, unless they're like up there in your face calling you Fatty McFat or something, then who cares?
Take up a lot of space when we walk down the road holding hands on a footpath. I remember when we were trying to jog once, they were cheering us on like we were in a marathon, and you could tell it was quite sarcastic.
Yeah, you get that from time to time. There's people that think they're, having a bit of fun, but realistically it does hurt sometimes.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? If somebody was cheering you on while you're running and you're like, oh, well, they were being sarcastic assholes. Who the fuck cares? Why do you care what they think? Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's no excuse. That's no excuse to stop trying to be healthy.
Does hurt, yeah.
We hear in the news all the time about an obesity epidemic and how people are dying of obesity. And what we see is that it's just not true.
Really? I think I've even talked on this channel about the statistics of dying of obesity. It's like, off the top of my head, there's 13 different types of cancer, kind of predisposition by being obese. I don't think I said that correctly. There's like 13 different types of cancers that you will be predispositioned for if you are obese. And I mean, even if you are metabolically healthy, there's gravity. Our joints were not meant to carry 100 extra pounds. I mean, if I was at my goal weight and I tried to pick up 100 extra pounds, I would probably find that very taxing. But I'm carrying it around every day, so I don't feel the difference. But anyway, I'm sorry. I think that's bollocks. And I will insert statistics.
What is true is that people are heavier than they used to be, but
I agree with that. Yes, absolutely. Being heavier is the norm now.
What's also true is that we're living longer than ever before.
People are living longer than they have before. Yes. But this next generation is the first generation that their life expectancy is less than their parents because of childhood obesity. And conveniently, September was Childhood Obesity Month.
People ask me all the time if you can be fat and healthy. I'm not offended by that question. I feel like it reflects on me a little bit because I feel like I am a fat and healthy person.
I'm not healthy. I'm going to say that because I have 2 autoimmune diseases. I can't say that I'm fully healthy, but I'm doing the best that I can to live a great life.
I have no problem with that. Her doing her best. But yeah, she's not healthy. Maybe the yoga chick is healthy. You know, metabolically speaking, she's probably healthy, but you know, she could probably do yoga a little more efficiently if there wasn't, you know, extra weight. I mean, granted, again, I could be talking out the side of my neck because I really don't know that much about yoga, because I've never done it. But, I mean, I'm glad that she's doing stuff, but it might be a little easier on her if she wasn't big. And then the second lady, yeah, she's got two autoimmune diseases. I mean, that's probably not caused by obesity, but is probably aggravated by obesity. And I applaud her for doing what she can to try and live healthy.
I'm not the expert on societal health. I am the expert on living in my body. I'm not a disease, and I'm not diseased. This is the body that I come in.
If someone offered me a way to instantly lose my weight, guaranteed success tomorrow, I probably still wouldn't accept their offer.
That right there, that's bullshit. It's easy to say because there isn't a pill that we can just hand him and be like, here you go, lose weight. You still have to work at it, but that's bullshit. And I'll tell you why. Because these fat acceptance people hate thin people, and especially like the really heavy fat acceptance people, or fat acceptance, body positivity, and what's the other one? Health at any size. They viscerally hate anyone who isn't like them. Like when you get deeper in, they hate quote unquote thin people. They even hate, you know, maybe people who are 2X as opposed to 6X. And the reason the hate is so visceral, okay, is because they're jealous. It's jealousy. Because they feel like these other people have achieved something they can't. And at least that's my opinion. And I'll tell you why, okay? Because I've got tattoos, which is, you know, it's a choice to be all tatted up and everything. And people look at me funny when, you know, they see all my tattoos, and I'm fully aware that, you know, if I was to get another job, that I would probably need to cover my tattoos. Potentially. I would have to abide by whatever dress code there was. But I don't hate people without tattoos. I don't have any feeling towards them one way or another. I have no preference. But that's not true for these, you know, fat activists or body positivity or whatever you want to call them people. They hate anyone who's smaller than they are. And that's like totally against what their movement's supposed to be about, which is so bizarre to me, but it's true.
We shouldn't all be the same. There's nothing wrong with who I am. There's nothing wrong with being a fat person.
I agree with that. There is nothing wrong with who he is, and there's nothing wrong with being a fat person, except all the things that come along with it. You know, the gravity problem. I mean, hey, if he wants to do what he wants to do, it has no effect on me until he goes, you know, on insurance and makes me pay for his issue. But really, there's nothing wrong with him just being. You know, he's not worth less because he's a fat person.
It's like there's nothing wrong with being a non-fat person.
Fat acceptance led me to a place where I could be who I wanted to be. And so I started to ask myself how I wanted to be. And that was positive and bright and colourful and fun. And it's a really good feeling. It is a really good feeling to not hate myself. Okay, I agree that you shouldn't hate yourself.
I do. And, you know, on one hand, if the body positivity movement helped this lady be more positive, I can't say anything bad about that. You know, that's awesome. Love yourself enough to want to live even longer. You know, tie a knot in that rope and hang on. I'd like you to be healthy, you know? I'd like you to hang around. I want to hang around. I want to, you know, suck every last drop out of my life. I want to arrive to my funeral late and with messed up hair because I grabbed life by the throat and lived. And I can't do that necessarily if I'm 100 pounds overweight. And that's all I want for other people. I don't know these people, but I would like them to live as long as they can. And it looked like she was there with her partner at the end. Or maybe that was her child. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really get a good look at that individual. But wouldn't you want to live longer for that person? Wouldn't you want to hang around with your spouse longer? I mean, I want to hang around with my husband longer. And I want to be able to walk around while doing that. You know, I mean, that's kind of my motivation is I want to be able to walk when I'm 70. I don't want to have to be wheeled around. So, anyway, let me know what you think. I've never done a reaction video like this before, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, for you, happy October! It's October. It's the best month of the year. I'm so happy. Yes. So, yes, I'm way too happy for October. But what I want to tell you is air hugs. I believe in you. And we're going to have fun this month. We're going to maybe do some fun things. I don't know if I'm doing them on this channel. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll try on Halloween costumes or something. I don't know. But have a good week, and I will talk to you later.